Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Plans are underway to return Braemar Golf Course to its glory as one of the country's premier municipal golf facilities. The first step in the renovation process, according to golf course architect Richard Mandel, is developing a number of site design concepts. He has created 6, such as converting some of the course to an executive course, reducing the number of golf holes, or simply creating the best possible golf holes.
Whatever option that the city chooses to move forward with, there are certain things that we're doing throughout that are going to help make the golf course more playable and more fun and less difficult for those who are looking for fun and challenge and playability. There are exceptional golfers who want an exceptional test. They will get that too.
Renovating Braemar's existing 27 holes is estimated to cost between $2 and more than $7.5 million, depending upon which option is selected. Building 27 new holes is estimated to cost close to $8.5 million. Staff is working with Mandel on estimates for each of the options.
We've been very blessed to have a lot of public input in this process. We have some really dedicated volunteers that have volunteered, I would say, hundreds of hours at this point with the task force to really help us produce some very, very good plans that we're going to have a hard time making some decisions as to which is the best way to go.
Richard Mandel Golf Architecture will continue its analysis and developing a cost estimate and a 5-year construction plan. Mandel plans to present its final report later this spring for Park Board and City Council review. With residential redevelopment still going strong, the city has taken steps to curb the loss of its healthy tree canopy with a tree preservation ordinance, which goes into effect July 1st. The new ordinance applies to all demolition and building permits, including additions and accessory structures such as decks, garages, pools, and subdivision applications. To obtain a permit, the property owner is required to submit a plan indicating how protected trees will be preserved and protected during construction, if any protected trees will be removed, and location, species, and size of all replacement trees. Most deciduous trees at least 8 inches diameter at chest height are considered protected trees. Conifers at least 20 feet in height are also protected.
What this ordinance will do is prevent a builder from coming in and clear-cutting a property before they tear a house down and rebuild. So they'll have to protect trees that are outside of a building pad and a driveway. And if they take any trees outside of a building pad and a driveway area, they have to replace them on a one-for-one basis.
Tree preservation will be enforced by the city's forester. The ordinance may require the position to become full-time, or a second part-time position may be added. The Edina Fire Department is back to full capacity following some recent retirements. Photojournalist Scott Theory met up with those new recruits and got an inside look on their first day on the job.
The saying that good things come in threes proved to be true when it came to new hires at Edina.
It's exciting to bring fresh blood in. All 3 of these individuals have worked at other agencies. It helps us to understand what else is going on out there, so we're not just stuck in the Edina way. We get outside perspective on things. The first part of their orientation takes about 6 months. They'll be matched up with a field training officer. They'll work with that training officer exclusively. Once they complete that portion of it, then they would be technically a paramedic here, and then they can work with anybody at any time.
Transport 97-year-old female. All of the new team members took different routes to finally being employed at the Edina Fire Department. New recruit Travis Jacobs tells a story about what it was like growing up in a firefighting environment.
I was always at the fire station, lived with just my dad, and so if he had to go, I had to go with him. And so that became my family, all of his brothers and sisters on the fire department.
Also joining the team is Army veteran Ben Kinney, who sheds light on why he wanted to become a firefighter.
I served in the military for 6 years. I kind of enjoy that service of serving my community. It's a respectful job, it's honorable.
The third member to be added to the team is former Edina Fire intern Eric Schuett. Schuett's intern experience led to being hired on full-time.
Previously, I worked with LifeLink around the cities, and I got to see Edina Fire, interact with their patients and stuff at the hospitals. So I decided to go to Edina for my internship. Edina was where I wanted to be at, and I, finally my goals achieved.
The experience each new paramedic firefighter brings to Edina will be a great asset to the department. From Edina Fire Station 1, I'm Scott Theory with Edina 16.
Good. Let's do it again.
Each of the 3 paramedic firefighters will join separate shifts. Thanks for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.